ki khubor ka bate si TV. Lawan Rashaphi taka Frank Motors. Booking open for the new Nexon. Visit Frank Motors or call 7045207973.
MIT University of Meghalaya. Our admissions are now open for the academic year 2024-25. Explore our best courses. Experience global collaborations. Apply today.
Habakran kumuwe ni kinong sengkam ubalayo jimento ni ka Prime Meghalaya. U Dr. Elvee marbanyang ni ka Runo Health ulaong bekilas dangay ka kam jongki na ladehi Henry hadin kiyo i bekiwe pat kinong sengkam kiyo jingarap na ka Prime. Kumta kiru kla persang banwa jingarap lang berkejing temu jongki kalong bet bahabayo yak pisayo baleben pile no kejing temu jongki kalong bekinyo shilak ni shilak hiteng kalabyang Henry ha kejing telun jong kejing trekam kimpoi Pyrkhat pakai Ïalam Lynti penbaniki syak bakham bahasyu khnang bakam jongki kalong kebane.
Today, I'm not here to take your temperature, but rather to raise the temperature of enthusiasm as we delve into the thrilling tale of entrepreneurship and a little bit about Runo Health, our startup. So, Runo Health Private Limited, our brainchild, did not pop into existence overnight like a rabbit out of a hat. But it was started in the latter part of 2020, and we went through the paperwork dance and got ourselves registered as a private limited company on the 26th of March 2021. We are not a regular startup like any other startup, but we are the love child of tradition and technology, operating mostly in the hybrid model that is unique as Meghalaya's monsoon. Currently, we are operational in 2 states, that's Assam and Meghalaya, and about in 8 regions, primarily about 60% of which is being serviced in the rural sector of our community. We cater to villages around Jainte Hills and Khasi Hills, where we provide the much required bridge between the services that is required and the actual healthcare requirement in the region. Our story begins with a light bulb moment, not the one that you really require when you misplace your keys, but the kind that ignites a spark for change. We actually saw the need for a home healthcare sector around the year during COVID, and we ventured into this space because we saw that there was intervention that was required in the home healthcare sector, and people were suffering primarily from personal experiences, primarily from experiences that our friends and family had. So we ventured and started experimenting the concept of Runo Health by venturing into the home healthcare sector. And we also thought, why not sprinkle a little bit of tech magic into the mix? Now, Meghalaya and Northeast region were like a blank canvas for us, ready for the brushstroke of innovation in healthcare sector. And we believe there's so much of potential in healthcare sector in the Northeast region, particularly in our state. Now, not now like in any other startup of any other superhero, the next question is, what are the challenges you faced? The biggest challenge that as a startup Runo Health faced was not so much as a company, but initially self-doubt. There's a lot of self-doubt. I'm a doctor, I'm a physician myself, so people would ask me, what the hell are you doing? Why are you jumping into some unknown abyss and where probably there's no return? There was self-doubt within myself. The people that would reasonably ask those questions as to what are you trying to do. But then I give credit to my co-founder, Siddharth Das, who told me one thing: if you don't try, you will never know. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is that you will fail. But then you won't look back 10, 20 years later if you don't try and say that we should have done this. So that motivated us. Other challenges that we also face where, it's like the origin of any story involve battling, like I said, self-doubt, dodging unfamiliarity with entrepreneurship, and facing the arch enemies that any startup would face, which is lack of mentorship, the required tools, networking, and funding. So it was like trying to build a rocket with duct tapes. At that point of time, we had no clue what we're doing. But we're here now, and we're still continuing the journey. A little bit about how we met Prime and our brush up with Prime Meghalaya. Now the tale, let me add a little bit of twist and drama into this. The tale of how we stumbled upon the golden ticket of entrepreneurial bliss. That sounds very dramatic and cliche, but that is how it is. So if you picture this, you picture a digital jungle that is filled with a cacophony of online chatter and the occasional gem hidden amidst the noise. That is where Runo Health found it, nestled among the vines of social media campaign, a beacon of hope shining bright amidst the digital wilderness. I think I'm being a little bit dramatic. I'm giving Prime too much of credit than what it already needs. But we actually did find Prime through social media by word of mouth, and that's when we realized. So it was like, again, being dramatic, discovering a hidden treasure map with Prime Meghalaya as the X marking the spot. And like Interpret Explorers, me and my co-founder and the team decided to follow the map, fueled by equal parts curiosity, ambition, some amount of hesitancy and skepticism. We didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. We saw everyone doing it, so we thought, why not? Because we will get the 1 lakh or 50,000 rupees. That was our main motto initially. Who doesn't want free money, right? That was what made us jump and dive into the Prime ecosystem. But little did we know that this journey would lead us to the land of opportunity, where innovation thrives and dreams take flight. So thank you, Prime Meghalaya, the IIM CIP team, for not just being a program, but guiding light in the murky waters of startup entrepreneurship. Your online presence was not just a digital footprint, it was also a spark that ignited our entrepreneurial fire. And for that, we are forever grateful. So Prime has also, how has Prime helped us along the journey in the last 1 year of our program and through mentorship sessions that we've had? So Prime has been more like a North Star for us, a guiding light, and often in these murky waters of startup ecosystem. From the very beginning, they have been like the wise mentor who shows you the ropes and gives you the courage to navigate the stormy seas. But I'll be candid and I'll be honest also, there were also some rough moments. There are a lot of areas that Prime can also improve. But I believe Prime is a program that started 3 years back, and from year to year, they've gone from strength to strength. And in the years to come, I believe there are more programs and more sessions that will benefit more entrepreneurs. Their mentorship was not just about giving advices, it was about sharing invaluable insights and experiences that has helped us avoid certain pitfalls and sail smoothly towards our goal. When it came to resources, Prime was like a well-stocked treasure, but when I meant resources, it's not just about funding, it's about the sessions that we've had from the different mentors, the different experts in the field of entrepreneurship and in the startup ecosystem. But perhaps the most remarkable aspect of Prime is the sense of community. Through Prime, we found one of the biggest treasure, and that is networking. Through Prime, we get to interact with different other entrepreneurs, talented entrepreneurs that has so much more to offer. And in our 1 year of journey, we've been able to collaborate with different entrepreneurs, joining hand with them and growing from strength to strength. There were challenges, there were issues, we reached out to them. They were good listeners. If not always, they would listen, they would consider our issues that we have, and they would do to the best of the capacity as much as feasible as it is to actually highlight what we also face. Our journey with Prime is akin to riding like a roller coaster. So this is a little bit about our journey and what we have done so far, how we have reached so far. It has been thrilling, exhilarating, and at times stomach churning. But it has been a wonderful ride. Through the highs and lows, Prime has been our steadfast companion, guiding us through the twists and turns of the startup landscape. One of the most invaluable aspects of experience with Prime has been the exposure to diverse arrays of opportunities. We have had the pleasure through their mentorship sessions, tutoring us and preparing us. We've been able to raise angel investors into our startup. We've been able to pitch our business ideas and gone ahead with the Ministry of Health and Department, Government of Meghalaya, for project proposals for improving healthcare service delivery system within the state of Meghalaya. And Prime has provided that platform. If not directly involved, they have provided us with the tool, the exposure, and at least the confidence to go ahead and present your idea. Again, like I said, what's the worst that can happen? You fail. But that's there. It doesn't matter. If you fail, you at least had tried. So that is what we've done, and we've gone ahead and work and presented a few proposals and budgets. Proposals, business proposals, as well as social initiatives with the Ministry of Government. But it does not stop there. Thanks to the networking and Prime support, we have also been able to secure a coveted spot among the top 20 selected entrepreneurs of Northeast 2024 under the NEDDP program. A notable, I want to also highlight that we are not the only one from Meghalaya. It's a proud thing that the other startup called the Chicken Wagon under the leadership of Bakrao also made it into the top 20 Northeast entrepreneurs under NDD program in the incubation category, as well as Go Edify under the leadership of Mr. Hanif's Emle, also making it to the top 20, top 25 under the pre-incubation in the NEDDP program. So this recognition not only validates our efforts, but also opens doors to a myriad of possibilities for growth and expansion. We also had, through all these mentorship sessions, through all the planning and discussions, through our coaches that have been there, we've also been able to develop that confidence in us to go ahead. So the weirdest thing, or the bold thing that we done was actually co-bidding for the 108 EMS, where we were asked to co-bid for 108 emergency medical services within the state of Meghalaya. It was a very bold move, one that we might not have the courage if not the sessions that we've had with Prime. And without the backing of Prime, while the outcome remains to be seen, the experience itself has been invaluable. Throughout our journey there also, we have worked with different other entrepreneurs with us that has helped us design the proposal, helped us strategize, and thank you Prime for that. In essence, our journey with Prime has been a whirlwind of learning, growth, and adventure. It has been a wild ride, but one that we would not trade for anything else. So again, here's to Prime. A little bit to my fellow entrepreneurs here, I would want to say a few words. So to the budding maestros of innovation in the room, I want to share a message that's not just a dose of inspiration, but also a sprinkle of humor. Because let's face it, entrepreneurship is a roller coaster and laughter is the best seatbelt. Now imagine for a moment that entrepreneurship is like riding a unicycle on a tightrope while you're juggling flaming torches. It's a bit crazy, it's a lot of risk, but the show is magnificent and it's worth it. So the real deal is that success isn't just about pie charts and business proposals. It's about navigating through the chaos, surviving the occasional mishap, and enjoying the circus that you've signed for. I would request each and every one of us to take a leaf out of our favorite successful entrepreneur's book. I really don't have one, but this is what I'm supposed to say, so here I'm saying. The person who turned a quirky idea into a global story. Their journey might have involved a few missteps, some unexpected somersault, but they nailed the grand finale. Now, I will not sugarcoat it. Entrepreneurship can be as unpredictable as a cat on a skateboard, and everyone who's been through that journey knows it. You have endless sleepless nights. You have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know when is your next meal coming from. You don't know how you're going to pay salaries. But trust me, it's the spills and thrills that makes the journey worthwhile. It's the backbone for economic reform and upliftment. Entrepreneurs are the building blocks of tomorrow's generation. We are slightly different from businessmen. We create jobs. We need more people who are willing to come forward out of the comfort zone, work on those ideas, be the change, and create job. The worst that can happen again, you can fail. But if you have that perseverance, you can always try. There's always a new project, and associations, organizations, and programs like Prime are always there to guide each and everyone or any small startup. Here's the thing, embrace failure like a long-lost friend. Easier said than done. Learn from it, laugh at it, and then use it as fuel for your next attempt. Because let's be real, success without a few battle scars and a hilarious blooper reel, it's like a pizza without topping. Technically it's still a pizza, but not as half as exciting. So to all the future captains of industry in this room, I leave you with this. Be daring, be bold, and most importantly, find joy in the madness. If you lose joy doing what you're doing, it's not worth it. As long as you're enjoying it, in spite of all the struggles, in spite of all the pain, in spite of all uncertainty, continue doing it, continue to persevere. Your journey might just be, remember this, we don't know. Your journey, our journey, my journey, your journey might just be the next blockbuster the world has been waiting for, complete with plot twist, unexpected allies, and a soundtrack that screams, I did it my way. Which means you did it your way, you did it in your terms with all the mentorship sessions, with all the programs you've had. In closing, remember that every successful entrepreneur was once a wide-eyed dreamer with a wild idea. So strap on your entrepreneur's seatbelt, throw a cape, and let the adventure begin. Here's to your future success, sprinkled with laughter and seasoned with resilience. Cheers to you, the architects of tomorrow's greatness. Thank you.